Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay? Great. So this reading is called Letting Go of Timelines. And I didn't have a chance to consult with Laurie, who's giving our talk today, but her topic is spiritual gems. And this is a gem to me. It's really about faith and spiritual vision and patience, which are kind of all the same thing, right? So this is by Toko-pa Turner, who describes herself as a writer, a teacher, and a dream worker. And she blends Sufi and Jungian wisdom. And in this passage, she's talking about really, she's using the language of Taoism, letting go of timelines. Though it is beyond anything that can be expressed in words, there is a nature that flows through and gives life to all things. In Taoism, this changing stream is referred to as Tao, or the way. Living in harmony with the Tao is referred to as Wu Wei. A person who practices Wu Wei is in a constant conversation with the elemental forces of nature that move within us and in the world. Like water seeks to move with life's changes, rather than forcing its will against events, we too can learn to move with the Tao. Following the Tao is especially hard when we are anchored to timelines. Though often necessary to keep pace with the culture we live in, when events or goals are expected to materialize within an arbitrary time frame, we may find them out of sync with the Tao. Circumstances seem to toy with us by putting obstacles in our way, or otherwise putting the dream out of reach, making us feel unsupported, impatient, or anxious. This is when it's tempting to believe that your goals or dreams will never happen. You may think about settling for something more attainable or practical. But the truth is, being out of sync is also part of the growth process. There's nothing inherently wrong with these contractions, because they may have just the benefits and conditions you need to grow your capacity to create and receive that bigger dream. People often think in black and white terms, that stepping into the life you want either means taking a risky leap without a safety net or settling for something inferior. But this is my favorite. Sometimes a leap is more like a series of smaller practical steps taken with devotion and constancy. By devotion, I mean fidelity to the image you have for the life you want and the world you want to live in. The mystic ethnobotanist Terence McKenna says that we think of history as having a momentum that pushes into the future, the culmination of which is our present. But actually, history is being pulled by the future. In other words, there is a coalescing that has already happened on the horizon, a future into which we can tune and move in accordance with when we feel its tug in our instincts, our longing, our flashes of intuition, and dreams of our becoming. To me, this is living in and with the Tao. being in the humble practice of anchoring in my embodied present, where the tides of the future can be felt. By knowing them well, like a hermit crab in a tide pool, we can live in accordance with, rather than in resistance to, its sometimes violent changes. When we perceive life through the construct of timelines, a lack of movement or even a setback will be seen as contrary to progress. But as you learn to see life in symbolic terms, you gain trust in setbacks as the concealed gifts that they are, gifts whose benefits you can't yet see because the future is still pulling you towards its horizon. Only when you get there will you realize the whys of its rhythm. And even then, it may never make all the way sense to you, because you are just one organism bundle in a grand choreography of elements dancing together. Thank you.